Alright, so I have this video. I actually made this and I recorded it and everything was fine, except I forgot to unmute my mic. My mic was muted for some reason. But I have the video in front of me and I'm playing it, so what I think I'm gonna do instead is I'll just voice over it. So now we're doing the R sound. The R sound in Japanese is probably one of the most difficult sounds for English speakers to make. Um, I hope I didn't spend too much time on this because I'm not fast forwarding things at all. But I think, oh, this is where I said that if you, I keep the music, I don't put music in this. So if you could put your own if you want, some lo-fi, something that helps you study, something that you could vibe to more so that you enjoy it rather than I put something that's generic. I don't want to do that. Um, but we'll jump into this. Actually, calling it the R sound is a bit misleading as it is somewhere between the L, R, and D. It kind of sounds like a very short version of rolling your tongue, letting it only hit the roof of your mouth once. Don't worry if you can't get it right away, just make sure to listen to the audio a lot and try to mimic the sound. Ra is somewhere between saying ra and a cheerleader saying la, like in a song. Ra, ra. Oh, I messed with the volume here. Tora,
空
tiger, and sora, sky. Using the E sound, the hiragana ri is used to words like tori and mori.
り
Ri looks kind of like a
鳥
lowercase r in a way. Tori, bird.
森
Mori, forest. Looks like an alien in that forest. The hell? It's a green man. Hiragana ru is used in words like toru, torum, torumo, toruma, and horu. And I remember this one is ru, and the other one is ro because this looks like, o comes before
う
you, and ru, this one, feels like it's more finished. Kuruma, car. Horu, or haru, that's haru, because it only has one
春
line. Haru, spring. There's no picture for that. The hiragana re is found in words like kore and hare. That hare and ha and ho are the ones that are confusing
晴れ
with ma and mo. I feel re
これ
looks like a capital R to me. Kore
晴れ
means this. Hare, sunny. And ro can be seen in words like kioro and omoshiroi. Omoshiroi. I feel like that one is easier. It looks like a 3, but that one's like, it's kind of like a less
ろ
finished than Ru. See, it just looks like a 3, Ro has
黄色
3 letters in it. 3. Kioro. Kiro.
黒
Kiro, yellow. Kuro, black. Okay. Re is that one on the top right. Looks like a capital R to me. Kind of, or like a fancy, like a big H with like the line on the side. And it looks like a capital R to me. So that's how I remember that one. R's are weird for me to remember, but I do. Ru is the more completed 3, the one on the bottom left. Man, I'm dragging ass on this. I know I just did this exact lesson, but I really struggled on this. Maybe I was explaining something. There we go, Ru. Ra looks like the chi, but it looks like a unfinished chi. So like ra, ra. Ro is the 3 that doesn't have the fancy thing on it. Okay, got that. Ri looks like the one on the bottom right. That looks like a little R, if that makes sense. Yeah, kuro, kuro. Re, that's bottom left. Yeah, and then ro, ri, ru, ra, got ra, ru, re, ro, and ri. Nice. Hell yeah. I did 4 of these. I feel like one of those horrible reaction channels. The last of the standard hiragana, we come from 2 columns, the W column and the N column. The W column only has 2 hiragana back in the old days. Oh, and the N column. Why am I skipping back and forth? In the olden days, there also existed hiragana for we and we, but those are only very rarely used nowadays, so we don't need to learn them. Nice. Wa is pronounced like the wa in
わ
wasp. Wa. Oh, well. Wa. Watashi
私
means me. I. Warui. Warui
悪い
means bad. Yeah. Wo is almost always pronounced like the hiragana o. Sometimes you hear the slight W sound, but this is not the standard pronunciation. This one, the hiragana, is a bit special because it is not used in any words. It is only used on its own as a particle. You will learn about particles later, but for right now, just know that wo is not used in any
お
words. Wo. This one I explained looks like toe, and it looks like someone stepping on toe. So that wo, my bad, wo. That's how I remember this one. Just looks like a toe with like the extra, with the person on it, the hands. Finally, the last hiragana in the hiragana chart is n. This hiragana is usually shown as equivalent to the letter N in English, however, the pronunciation is a bit different. In some words, it sounds like a hard N, but in other times, it can sound like a M. Or if you want to try to say an N sound, but place back tongue on the roof of your mouth only, for now, just learning the hard N sound is okay, but when you learn a word like with this n, make sure you listen to a native speaker. I think this one looks like a lowercase h, a fancy one. One surprising fact about N is that you will never find it in the beginning of a word. You
ん
cannot start a word in Japanese with the n sound. Mm, mm, mm. Hon,
本
book. Nice. Okay, we got wa, because they're stepping over, right? They're stepping over a puddle. Wa, I don't want to step in that. It's like a big leg, big leap over. That's how I remember this one. Wa, whoa. I don't want to step on that. Whoa, my bad. The fancy H. It just looks like a lowercase n with like a longer thing on the side. Got hon. Remember that's hole because it has 2 lines in it. Wo, stepping on a toe. Wa, I don't want to step in that puddle. I clicked wall. Ridiculous. Why do we? Wa on the far right. Ru is the one that's more finished as a 3 as than E. Yeah. Yeah. Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt yourself. There we go. We got wa. Oh, it started with wa. Wa. Look at that speed. I fixed the wa. Stepping over. Yeah. And we're enjoying Bunpo because I couldn't get this off my screen. Yeah. Now we'll go up to the Takuten. So we jump onto that next. This is the. Whoa, 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 whoa. Not that. We're not there yet. Relax, buddy. Yeah. 11. 11. Oh. Did I say something here? I don't know. We aren't done yet, even though we finished the hiragana chart. There are still many hiragana to learn. Thankfully, they are all pretty easy. Okay. There are 2 small symbols that are added to the hiragana. We already know to produce a new sound, they look something like this. I remember this as tenten now. As you can see, the first hiragana we know ka, but has 2 extra lines on it. The second hiragana is ho, but has a circle next to it. These symbols change the way the hiragana is pronounced. Okay, let's first look at that, which is called tenten, which is kind of like an onomatopoeic sound for when you draw the two lines. So let's take a look at how hiragana change when tenten is added. There are only 4 columns that change when tenten is added. We will look at the first 2 columns in this lesson. The first is the K column, which becomes a G column for the following hiragana. When tenten is added, the K sound becomes a G sound. Ka becomes ga.
Ga.
Ga. There we go.
Ki.
Ki becomes gi. Ku becomes gu. Okay.
Ge.
Ke becomes ge.
Go.
And ko becomes go. Straightforward. Most of the time this is pronounced with a hard G sound, but sometimes it can be a softer, more nasally G sound, like saying G with your nose plugged up. The next column that changes is with the tenten is the S column. These are a bit more tricky because one of the sounds is not regular, but most of the S sounds turn into a Z sound. Sa becomes za.
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 Ji.
She becomes G.
Z.
It's the only one that, well, it's not the only one that does that, but it's one of the only ones that does that. And Su
Ze.
becomes Zu. Se becomes
Zo.
Ze. And So becomes Zo. The Z sound is the same as in English, but as you can see, one differing hiragana provides list. In the previous list is G, which becomes pronounced like the G in Jeep. Ga, top left, top right. Oh. Gi is bottom right. Gu is the top left. It's weird that it's inside of the Ku, but okay. Ga, gi, go, gu, ge. And then ze is top bottom right. Yeah, za becomes bottom left. I'm faster than I am. G, za, zo, se, zu. Nice. I guess I was faster that time. That's the first dakuten. And then the last one. The next column is the T column. There are a few difficult sounds, but for the most part, the T sound becomes a D
Da.
sound. Ta becomes da, like Russian. Da. G becomes G, the G.
Ji.
And Su becomes. Oh, I had to check this a few times.
G.
I was baffled. I raised the volume. I was like, there's no fucking way. The G? I've never seen that before. But yeah, I guess it's the G. And then Su becomes
Zu.
Zu. The Zu. Te becomes
De.
De.
Do.
And To becomes Do. Okay, okay. The standouts here are G becomes G and Zu becomes Zu. G is pronounced like you're trying to make a D sound in front of G, the sound in Jeep. If it is the same as G, don't worry, it is very similar. Fortunately, the hiragana is quite rare, so you won't run into it often. I'm trying to speak quick because I don't know how quick I am in the video. Zu is often written as Dzu, and sounds like you were trying to put a D in front of the sound in front of Zu. This sound is very similar to Zu. The last column that changes with the tenten is the H column. The H becomes a B
Ba.
sound. This is exactly why, like we say B in English. Ha becomes
Bi.
ba. He
Bu.
becomes B. Pu becomes bu.
Be.
He becomes be. Ho
Bo.
becomes bo. And remember that's ho because it has 2 lines in it, not one. Only the previous 4 columns change with the tenten, so now let's move on to the maru. The is often called maru, yeah, Japanese meaning circle. It's only added onto one column. When we add maru to the H column, the H becomes a P sound.
Ha.
Ha becomes pa.
Pi.
Okay. He becomes P. Fu becomes
Pe.
pu. He becomes pe. And ho becomes po. Okay. Do. This is top right. No. Yeah, it is top right. But I think I got this one wrong. Right? I was thinking it was the bottom left. Yeah, I was ridiculous. Okay, we got tsu, that's dizu. Then G, the G. Te becomes de. And then to becomes do. And then ta becomes da. Nice. Here we got B, that's top left. No, top, bottom right. Right. B. Ha becomes ba. Fu becomes bu. Ho becomes bo. He becomes be. And he becomes b. And then pu is the top left. Pu. Fu becomes pu. Po becomes bottom left. Ho becomes po. Yeah. He becomes pe. Top left. Yeah. Then you got p. Pa. Because only one line. This is first. He becomes pe. Ho becomes po. And fu becomes pu. And then we'll fix that do. That to becomes do. Alright, nice. That should be the end of it. Yeah. Right? Yeah, so we only have 4 more to go. I did mention here, I could kind of like go off now because I'm not seeing this anymore. I did mention that I was considering I could do like a little shorts, to like focus on one hiragana at a time, and then do the same with kanji as I go on, and then like katakana first, but focus on just like one kanji, and then put a what reminds me of that or what I used to remember then, and then just try to make like something off that. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna do that yet. Maybe once I finish Hiragana. I think once I finish this one, these next 4, I'll do like another video. I'll probably do these 4 like in a few minutes, so I could like keep it going. And then tomorrow, I'll make the next one kind of like a review on all of Hiragana. But we'll see what happens. Until then, thanks for watching. Have a good day, morning, night, and one step closer to learning this language. So I'll remember to not mute my mic for the next one, and things will be a little bit better. So yeah, bye bye.